Mrs. Fitzgerald called us because she and her family inherited this house on Stonewood Drive, and they really didn't want to go through what they consider to be the hassle of selling the house. They're in the process of settling an estate, and that combined with all the other worries of life can be a little taxing. So when she reached out to us, I just wanted to reassure her that, number one, there would be no pressure from us to sell the house, right? If it worked out that we could buy it, that would be great. If we couldn't buy it, that would be fine also. Either way was okay. There was no pressure from us to sell her house, right? So then we just needed to kind of figure out together what they needed and how they wanted the process to go. And they mentioned to us that they just didn't want to have to do any repairs to the house. So we told them we'll buy the house as is. We also told them that they could take whatever they wanted and leave the rest. Don't worry about cleanup. Don't worry about cleaning the property out. We take care of all of that. They wanted to be or have kind of a comfortable closing time frame where they didn't feel like they were being rushed, but also felt like it was being done in a very timely manner. They also didn't want to have to pay a bunch of expenses, so we paid the closing cost. They didn't have to pay any real estate commissions, and there were no surprise costs. They knew everything right up front. They didn't want to jump through the normal hoops of selling a house, like formal inspections, appraisals, termite inspections, mortgage company approvals, all the things that can destroy the sale of a house and make you kind of start all the way back over from the beginning if those things don't work out correctly. So to avoid those headaches, we just purchased the property with our own cash, with our own money, so those things wouldn't come up or wouldn't happen. It made the transaction much more smooth. And lastly, they just needed a company that was experienced enough to handle the fact that the property was coming out of an estate situation, and our closing attorney that we've been using for over 20 years has about 3 decades of estate and will experience, and is one of the best in the city, and we pay for that expertise so the seller doesn't have to. So after the transaction, Mrs. Fitzgerald basically just said, "Dwayne, you have done a wonderful job. Papa Buys Houses has done a wonderful job, and I appreciate you and everything you've done to make this as easy as possible." And that was our goal. That was our goal from the beginning, just to make the process as easy as possible for them.